We are smack dab in the middle of fall, or as you sophisticated people call it, autumn, or people in Hawaii call it summer because it's still hot and the only thing that turns brown around here is the Alawai Canal. But whatever you call it, grab your pumpkin spice lattes and buckle up because we're going to go over what's in my wallet. Once we open this bad boy up, we have the first credit card in my wallet, which is the Chase Freedom Flex card. Despite it being made out of flimsy plastic, the Freedom Flex is actually quite strong. This is a no annual fee cashback credit card that is a part of Chase's coveted Chase Trifecta. The Chase Freedom Flex earns me 5% on travel purchased through Chase Ultimate Rewards, 3% on dining at restaurants, 3% on drugstore purchases, and 1% on all other purchases. But the most impressive reward category is 5% cash back on quarterly bonus categories on up to $1,500 worth of spend per quarter. If you max out this category, you'll earn 7,500 Chase points each quarter just from that 5% quarterly rotating category alone. As of right now, the Freedom Flex reward categories for Q4 of 2022 is PayPal and Walmart purchases. Yes, if you shop at Walmart frequently, or perhaps you will be shopping there on Black Friday, you could easily hit that $1,500 quarterly spend. But for the rest of us who exclusively shop at the luxury grocery store Target, how can you make use of this reward category? The good news is that Target will actually accept PayPal as a form of payment. That means when we are inevitably buying stuff that we don't need at Target, we could still earn 5% cash back. As a matter of fact, there are hundreds of online stores that also take PayPal as a form of payment. You have Nike, Foot Locker, Airbnb, some airlines, and so much more. You should have no problem maxing out this quarterly bonus category and earning the full 7,500 Chase points. Moving on to the next credit card in my wallet, we have the Chase Freedom Unlimited. The Freedom Unlimited is also a no annual fee cashback credit card with identical reward categories to the Freedom Flex. Except for one, the Chase Freedom Unlimited will earn you 1.5% cash back on all those general category purchases instead of the normal 1% cash back found on the Freedom Flex and most other credit cards. You will then also have the same great dining, drugstore, and travel categories that we just went over for the Freedom Flex. Recently, Chase also just revamped the sign-up bonus of both the Freedom Flex and the Freedom Unlimited. You will now earn $200 cash back after you spend $500 in the first 3 months of account opening. You will also earn 5% cash back on grocery store purchases for the first year on up to $12,000 worth of purchases. But actually, if you look into the Chase Freedom Unlimited card by using my link down below, that sign-up bonus will give you an extra 1.5% cash back on all reward categories. Of course, all of these sign-up bonuses can change as time goes on. I would recommend seeing the current offers via my link down below for any credit card that you want, but you should also for sure check out the credit card's website too. That way you can make sure that you're getting the absolute best sign-up bonus available for you and your current situation. The Chase Freedom Flex and the Chase Freedom Unlimited are great credit cards on their own, but without this next card, you aren't able to unlock their full potential. The third credit card in my wallet is the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which completes the Chase Trifecta. The Sapphire Preferred is a $95 annual fee card, but is necessary if you have these two Freedom credit cards. That's because with the Sapphire Preferred, you can now transfer your points to Chase's travel partners, and that's exactly what I use this card for. Without going into too much of the nitty-gritty, Chase points are worth around 1 cent per point, but if you could transfer them to a travel partner, like with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, they're actually now worth around 2 cents per point. I literally double the value of my Chase points by having the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Instead of the Sapphire Preferred, you could also have either the Sapphire Reserve or Ink Business Preferred to unlock the same ability to transfer your Chase points to a travel partner. The reason why I chose the Sapphire Preferred though is because of its low annual fee and reward multipliers. This credit card will give you 5x points on travel purchased through the Chase Travel Portal, 2x on other travel purchases, 3x points on dining, 3x points on online grocery store purchases, 3x points on select streaming purchases, and 1x on everything else. Personally, I only really use the 2x travel category because no other card I have right now will give me a better multiplier. Other than that, I don't really use the Sapphire Preferred for purchases. It's either for that travel category or when I travel internationally because this card has no foreign transaction fees and it's a Visa. I have a better dining category credit card, which you will see in a second. The Sapphire Preferred also has an annual $50 hotel credit when you book through the Chase portal, but honestly, I've never used this credit yet. And if you haven't used the subscribe button before, go ahead and use it right now. Also, let me know what credit cards you are currently using, what's in your wallet. Moving on to the other side of the equator, aka the right side of my wallet, we have the American Express Gold Card. By far, and it's not even a close comparison, this is the most used credit card that I have in my wallet. That's because the Amex Gold will give you 4x points on restaurants and at grocery stores. You can also receive 3x points on flights booked directly or through Amex Travel, but I have another credit card for airfare. You could also receive 1x points on everything else. But going back to those 4x point multipliers, there aren't many credit cards that will give you that high of a multiplier on both grocery store spend and restaurant spend on the same card. Most other cards will give you a decent multiplier on only one of those two categories. And that's why the Amex Gold is such a valuable card in my wallet. You do have a $250 annual fee, but that is sort of balanced out by the annual $120 Uber cash credits and annual $120 dining credits. Both of those credits are given to you in $10 increments each month, and if you don't use them, you will lose them. It's not like Legos, you can't stack them up. The Uber credits I usually use on Uber Eats, but you can also use them for Uber rides. The dining credits are only good at select establishments, which are Grubhub, Cheesecake Factory, Goldbelly, Wine.com, Shake Shack, and Milk. 9 times out of 10, I will use it at Grubhub, just like how I use the Uber cash credits for Uber Eats. And 9 times out of 10, I will use this next credit card to book my flights. It is the very controversial Amex Platinum card. Although this credit card eats up $695 a year, I make very good use of it. First off, I take advantage of the 5x points on flights booked directly or through the Amex Travel portal. I would say that I use the Amex Platinum card for almost every single trip that I book. I also try to use the 5x points on hotels, but it's only for prepaid stays made through the Amex Travel portal. I will then earn 1x points on everything else. Honestly, the Amex Platinum card doesn't really have the greatest multipliers out there. The majority of the value I get from the Platinum card is through its many credits and benefits. I make sure to use all of the $200 hotel credit, usually by booking a staycation somewhere in Waikiki. I use the $240 entertainment credit on Disney Plus and Hulu. I just bought Hulu and added Disney Plus on top of that, so technically I think I only use around $200 of the credit every year. The Walmart Plus credit I use, but get very little usage out of it. The $200 Uber cash credit and $200 airline fee credit I max out every year. And you already know I'm not paying for that expensive Equinox gym membership, so I don't use that $300 credit at all. Next, I use the $100 Saks credit every year, mostly for small gifts or toiletries. Lastly, I have a Clear membership, but could rarely use it when I travel. All in all, I use around $900 worth of credits every year. Not bad for a $700 credit card. Moving on to the benefits, I really try to maximize my value here as well. I for sure use the Amex and Turin lounges and Priority Pass membership to the fullest. Don't forget to tip your bartender. Also, I have Global Entry, which includes TSA PreCheck, and this is a must-have for literally any traveler. I also try to use the Fine Hotel and Resorts benefit as much as I can when I go on these staycations. Last time I used it, I did receive a room upgrade and a bunch of food credits. The Amex Platinum card also gives you Marriott and Hilton Gold status, but I actually don't have to use that benefit too much anymore. That's because the last credit card in my wallet is actually my newest pickup, which is the Amex Hilton Aspire credit card. My first impression of this credit card was, holy crap, it feels like Kim Kardashian. No offense, but I don't mean that in a good way. The Amex Aspire card is made out of plastic. Listen, Amex, you're telling me I am spending $450 a year for a plastic credit card. The $250 gold card is metal. The $95 Chase Sapphire Preferred card is metal. But yet here I am paying over $400 a year on a card that I can't even show off. What is this nonsense? Thankfully, the Aspire card gives you lots of value with its 14x points on Hilton properties, 7x points on flights and car rentals, 7x points on dining, and 3x on everything else. And yes, these are Hilton points, not Amex points. More important than the reward categories, the Aspire credit card gives you amazing benefits every year, like $250 of airline fee credit, a free night award, $250 of Hilton Resort Statement credit, and complimentary Hilton Diamond status. I will be putting this card to the test for the first time later this year when I go to Tokyo, Japan. Hopefully, we will receive a free suite upgrade, but at least there is a Hilton Executive Lounge there that we could take advantage of. This card also gives you a Priority Pass membership, but I already used that benefit from the Amex Platinum. Even though they're not actually physically in my wallets at any time, let me talk about the two credit cards that I use frequently but don't keep with me. First is the Apple card. I only use this card for iCloud storage purchases, app purchases, and the occasional Apple device purchase. Just like an abstinent teenager, this card doesn't get very much action. That's why it stays in a drawer. The other card that also stays in a drawer, but I use quite often, is the Amazon Prime card. As you can imagine, I only use this card for Amazon purchases since it gives me 5% cash back. Therefore, this card just lives in my room as well. That's what's in my wallet right now in Q4 of 2022. I probably won't be getting another card until January of next year since I am over the 524 rule again from the Amex Aspire card. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Shoots!